In this video, I'm going to show you how to think like a manipulator. So let's get straight to it. Number 1, always be clear about what you want. Manipulation is a common thing in our society today, but many people aren't aware of it. They don't know how to manipulate someone because they don't know what they want. They are not clear with themselves. And if you are not clear with yourself about what you want, then how do you expect to be able to manipulate somebody into doing something? You really need to be super clear in your own mind about what you want, okay? It's like, seriously. Take a moment to think it through and make sure you know exactly what you're after. Manipulation isn't always a bad thing, you know? Sometimes it's totally necessary. Think about it, sometimes you just gotta nudge things a bit to make them work in your favor, right? For example, if you want to get out of a bad relationship or situation, you might need to manipulate the other person into leaving you alone. Or maybe you retrying to get ahead at work, and you need to make your boss like you more so that you can get a promotion. Whatever the reason, it's important to be clear about what you want before you try to manipulate someone. You really don't want to waste their time or yours, right? Seriously, it's just not worth it. Let's keep things moving and make the most of every moment. Number 2, people only care about themselves. People are selfish by nature. This means that they will only do things that benefit them. When you're thinking about manipulating someone, remember this key point. Honesty matters. Don't try to appeal to their sense of morality or justice. That won't work. Instead, focus on what's in it for them. What awesome things can you share to really get them excited about your ideas? Unlock this code, and you'll be all set to totally bend their will. It's super easy. Just trust me on this one. You got this. The key is to find something that they value and then give them even more of it. When you really get what they want, you can totally help them make it happen. It's all about connecting and working together, right? It might seem a bit manipulative, but honestly, that's just how business rolls, you know? It's all about strategy and making connections, right? People are selfish by nature. And if you want to get ahead in life, you need to take advantage of that. By understanding what motivates people and using that knowledge to your advantage, you'll be able to manipulate them into doing what you want. People are super focused on their own lives, right? So why not take that and turn it into something awesome for you? Number 3, know your target well. If you want to be a manipulator, you need to know your target inside out. Getting to know what drives people, their dreams, and the challenges they encounter is super important. It's all about making that genuine connection, you know? It really makes a difference. Once you have this information, you can start to develop a plan to manipulate them. Let's say, for example, you want to manipulate your boss into giving you a raise. To do this, you need to know what your boss wants. Maybe he wants you to work overtime, or maybe he wants you to take on more responsibility. Once you figure out what he wants, you can start to give it to him. If you're willing to work overtime, let him know. If you're willing to take on more responsibility, let him know that as well. By doing this, you will be showing your boss that you're willing to do whatever it takes to get the company more profit. And that's what he wants more than anything else. When you know your target well, it's much easier to manipulate them into doing what you want. Number 4, be subtle. One of the most important things to remember when trying to manipulate someone is to be subtle about it. If they know you're manipulating them, then it won't work. You need to be subtle and sneaky about it. This means being careful about the way you word things and being careful about the signals you send. For example, if you want your boss to give you a raise, don't just ask for it. That's too obvious. Instead, hint at it. Let him know that you're thinking about leaving the company for another one that pays you more. You're totally cranking up the urgency in his mind, right? It's all about making him feel that pressure. You want him to really sense it, you know? He'll suddenly realize that he doesn't want to lose you and that he might need to give you a raise in order to keep you. Picture this. You're just hanging out with your buddy, having a good time. And suddenly you realize you need some cash. Like right now. It's totally wild, right? You're thinking, what do I do? It's like a mini panic moment, and you just want to figure it out quickly. Why not drop a little hint instead of just bluntly asking for it, you know? It makes things way smoother and way more fun, right? Let him know that you're having some financial problems, and that you might need some extra cash. Then he'll start to think about ways that he can help you out. And that's when you'll ask him for the loan. Being subtle when manipulating someone is key. If they know you're manipulating them, then it won't work. But if you're careful, they'll never know what hit them. Number 5, learn to control emotions. The best manipulators are the ones who can control their emotions. Taking charge of your feelings really helps you connect with others, you know? It's like When you understand yourself better, everything just clicks. Let me explain. When you're angry or upset, it's easy to manipulate someone into doing what you want because they can see that you re-upset and they feel bad for you. However, if you're calm and in control of your emotions, you're able to manipulate someone more effectively because you're not giving them any clues as to what you're really thinking. The best manipulators are the ones who can keep their emotions in check, or the ones who can stay calm and collected no matter what the situation is. This gives them the ability to manipulate others without them ever knowing what hit them. Here's how to control your emotions when trying to manipulate someone. First, take a deep breath and count to 10. This will help you calm down and think clearly. Second, put yourself in the other person's shoes. Try to understand their point of view. This will help you figure out how to best manipulate them. Third, be patient. Sometimes it takes time to manipulate someone. Don't rush the process, or you could make a mistake. Fourth, be persistent. If you want to manipulate someone, you need to be persistent. Don't give up after a few tries. Keep at it until you get what you want. And fifth, be careful. If you want to manipulate someone, you need to be careful. If you're not careful, they could end up manipulating you back. And number 6, take your time. Manipulation takes time. You can't manipulate someone into doing something in a matter of minutes or hours. It takes time to build up the necessary trust and rapport. It also takes time to figure out how to best manipulate them. Rushing the process will only make it more difficult. The best manipulators are the ones who take their time. They know that manipulation is a process, and they're willing to invest the time necessary to get the job done right. Now, here's the most important tip of all. Use these tips wisely. Manipulation can be a powerful tool, but it can also be dangerous. If you use these tips to manipulate others, you could end up hurting them. You could also end up creating enemies, so please use these tips wisely. Only use them when absolutely necessary. And when you do use them, make sure you're doing it to help yourself or others. Manipulation is a part of human interaction. Everyone manipulates everyone else in some way or another. Being aware of it is super important, and you can totally use it to your advantage. You know, if you stick to these tips, you'll totally become a master at manipulation. It's really all about practicing and honing those skills, right? Always remember to be super clear about what you really want, okay? Trust me, it makes a world of difference and totally helps you get where you want to go. Just focus on what's important to you, and you'll be amazed at how much easier it is to reach your goals. People only care about themselves. Know your target well. Be subtle. Learn to control your emotions and take your time. Use these tips wisely. Having a lot of power means you've got to be super responsible, right? Now go out there and start manipulating people. Just kidding. Don't actually start manipulating people. Just checking in to see if you're still with me, you know. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.